What's going on, YouTubers? It is Friday. Week 32 is in the books. If you are new to this playlist, I'm trying to build a weekly high-risk dividend-paying portfolio. I'm trying to grow this thing up to $100,000. It's going to take some time, but I'm here to watch it grow or maybe crumble. It's hard to say. ETFs, covered calls, strategies. It's all very new. It's booming this year. It's been growing significantly. At the beginning of the year, there was 9 different options you could purchase if you wanted to get into this type of investing. And now this portfolio has 28. And I don't even know. I lost count on how many are out there available. So either way, here we are. Let's highlight the top 3 that gave the most distribution this week. MSTW, 91% distribution. This one is brand new to the portfolio. This is its first distribution that it's ever provided. Very new on the market. COII, 80% distribution received this week. And USOY came in at 79% distribution. We started the week off with $17,260 invested into the portfolio. Our average distribution rate for the portfolio came in at 45% distribution. I moved my mic closer, so hopefully you can hear a little bit better. That gave us $152 this week to snowball back in or cash out and buy some groceries. Let's see how good my math is today. First one up, QQQY. This one came in at 38% distribution, giving us $5.38. Next one up, QDTE. This one came in at 35% distribution, giving us $1.91. Next one up, QDTY. This one came in at 31% distribution, $1.90 received. Wow, Yahoo's numbers are looking pretty good. Normally they're off. We won't go into the dates. WDTE came in at 31% distribution, $3.25 received. XDTE, 30% distribution, $1.80 added to the snowball. SDTY, our lowest performer, our trending lowest performer for this portfolio, coming in at only 23% distribution. But I guess it's better than being in the teens. It finally got out of the teens for once. This one gave us $1.43. IWMY, 51% distribution, $8.01. RDTE, this one came in at 40% distribution, $2.10 received. RDTY, this one came in at 28% distribution, $1.71 added to the snowball. YBTC, 55% distribution, $4.05 coming in. YieldMax came in at 56% distribution, $3.49 added to the snowball. YieldMax came in at 27% distribution, $1.92 coming in. Let's effing go, 63% distribution, $6.55. GPTY, this one came in at 34% distribution, $2.13 received. NVDW, 44% distribution, $3.61. NVII, this one came in at 46% distribution, $3.22 coming in. TSLW, 50% distribution, $2.71 added to the snowball. TSII, this one came in at 37% distribution, $3.06 added to the snowball. Excuse me. AAPW, 35% distribution, 187. Oh. COIW came in at 55% distribution, $5.22 added to the snowball. COII, 80% distribution, $5.07 coming in. PLTW, 76% distribution, $7.75 coming into the portfolio. MAGY came in at 34% distribution, $2 and just over a quarter added. MST, this one came in at 65% distribution, $3.02 coming in. MSII, 43% distribution, $2.37. MSTW, this is the one that's brand new as far as providing us some cash flow. It came in at our topping 91% distribution, $3.43 received, outstanding. USOY came in at 79% distribution, $35.83. And our last one up, YETH, 46% distribution, $27.93. So we're going to take this $152 and we're going to add one more ticker. I know I've been saying in previous weeks I don't want to add no more because this is getting out of control. But Granite shares, I've been looking at them for a little while. Their NAV decay is really bad. Take a look at the 6 months. So they started off around 25 bucks, and in 6 months they dwindled it down to $8.61. So at what point is it going to level out? I see some of the ones that started a while ago, they're leveling out at around this price, 8 bucks, 9 bucks, 10 bucks. So I'm going to take $152 and buy shares with it. And we're going to add one more ticker, TSYY. This one paid out. Ooh, Matt, don't want to talk to you right now. 139% distribution. The distributions on these have been crazy. That's probably why their NAV decay is so bad. But if it keeps going down, they're going to work themselves out of the job. So at some point, they got to level out and maintain something, or else people aren't going to be invested. But I'm going to roll the dice on this one since it's dropped significantly, 65% down from 6 months ago. Maybe it's at a price point I'm comfortable with, and hopefully it won't go down any farther. We'll see. I'll see. I'm not telling you to buy this because I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just sharing what I'm doing because why not? All right, let's take a look at the comparisons. Excuse me. We are at week 32, comparing Defiance, Roundhill, and YieldMax with the 3 categories of the Nasdaq, the S&P, and the Russell 2000. Nasdaq 100, Defiance crushing the competition as far as the biggest distribution provided. Like always, they've pretty much blown away the competition the entire year. The S&P 500, Defiance, providing the biggest cash flow out of the 3, and of course, YieldMax, SDTY, dead last, trending the lowest providing distributor. And our last category, the Russell 2000, Defiance, coming in top dog, providing some big cash flow. Next one's up, NVDA, comparing Roundhill and Rex. Pretty close, pretty close. Rex beats out Roundhill with 2% more distribution. Outstanding. TSLA, Tesla, comparing Roundhill and Rex, and soon Granite shares. Looks like Roundhill providing the most cash flow, and we want cash flow. Coinbase, Roundhill and Rex. Rex coming in strong, blowing away Roundhill when it comes to the distribution. And our last category, MSTR, the Bitcoin order. The new Roundhill, MSTW, the new one on the market, blowing away the other two, coming in at 91% distribution. Now, you got to ask yourself, is this like a great drug dealer that entices you with a great deal for a little while and then screws you later? We'll find out, won't we? All right, one thing we didn't cover last week because I didn't have all the data gathered was our net assets. What are the companies holding as far as net assets, and is it growing? Are people investing more money into this? So QQQY, they increased about 10 million in net assets. Growth is good. QDTE, they went up 50 million in net assets. Outstanding. QDTY, this one increased, what, about 3 million, almost 3 million in net assets. Small growth. Growth is good. WDTE went up 2 million in net assets. XDTY went up at 4 million in net assets. Uh-oh, here we go. SDTY, this is the one that's been trending, the worst distribution provider for a long streak. They're decreased. They went down 2 million in net assets. $2 million lost. People are pulling out of this one. I kind of saw that one coming. When you're not providing high distributions, people want that money. IWMY, this one went up about 14 million in net assets. RDTE, almost about a $500,000 growth in net assets. RDTY, they went up almost $1 million in net assets. YBTC, they increased about 25 million in net assets, maybe a little bit more, 30 million. My math sucks. YieldMax, this one just hit the $1 billion club. They are managing $1 billion worth of someone's money. My money's in there. Is your money in there? That's outstanding. $1 billion club, the first one, and probably the only one for a very long time. YMAG, this one increased about 17 million in net assets, and look, their expense ratio went down. It decreased by 0.1, so that's good. We're not paying them as much as we were previously. Let's FN go. This one went up about 50 million in net assets. GPTY, this one increased about 14, a little over 13 million in net assets. NVDW, huge increase, doubled and some. Went from 18 to 41 million in net assets managed. That's awesome. NVII doubled, went from 6 to 12 million in net assets. TSLW, this one doubled, went from 18 to 36 million in net assets. TSII almost tripled, went from 2.7 to 7 million in net assets. This is our smallest one out of the group. It is new, but that's no excuse. AAPW doubled, went from 6 to 13 million in net assets. COIW doubled, went from 23 to 50 million in net assets. COII went from 1 million to a huge growth, almost 8 million in net assets. PLTW, huge growth. 50 million, almost 50 million in net assets increase, outstanding. MAGY over doubled, went from 15 to 35 million in net assets. MST, this one added another 24 million in net assets. MSII doubled, almost doubled, went from 7 to 13 million in net assets. Our new one on the market, MSTW, coming in strong with 26 million in net assets for this one. Roundhill is changing the game. I saw the other day on X, they were talking smack about YieldMax, saying their product's better, and they're winning. They are winning. That's freaking outstanding. USOY, this one increased almost 20 million in net assets. And our last one, YETH, almost, well, more than doubled, went from 33 to 70 million in net assets. Outstanding. All right, that's all I got for you. It is Friday. Don't stress about anything. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next week.